Your smile from France laughter, you're my motion picture. So many thoughts stir up my tummy, one of being a feature in your life. You think it's not worth much as writing in your Rio, but I feel your warmth as you shine, my star, my sun, my Leo. Let's go far, let them talk about us and say we're ostentatious. Our love's a glass house made through stones, and now I make mosaics. Me and my melodramatic heart beating just as new with every shattered piece. I'll craft a bond for just me and you. It was a pain in the ass to record myself singing. I had to redo it like 20 times before I was satisfied with it. I have a Virgo Venus moon in the sixth house, so yeah. Also, I'm not trying to pursue a singing career. As I've said many times in my other videos, think I could be a songwriter. Um, I wanna tell y'all a bit more about this poem. Is it a poem? I don't know. Let me know. But I see the poem in any and everything. Sometimes instead of referring to something as a quote, I'm like, oh, this poem, blah blah blah, and it's just a quote from like a novel or something. Anyway, this is a poem I wrote for my ex. I actually remember asking him for 3 words, so because I wanted to write and I didn't know what to write. I was like, could you just give me some words, three like, random words before you? I think we was like we were texting and he wanted to go out, go see his friends. I was like, yo, before you leave me with something to write, like give me a couple of words I can use. And then he said, I think mosaic and motion picture, and I'm not sure if he said ostentatious or melodramatic. One of those. But him being a Leo, he probably said ostentatious, but I don't know. So yeah. Or was it like melodramatic, ostentatious, and motion picture? Oh my god, I wish I could give y'all. Like, I want to be like factual, Like again, Virgo Venus. I want to like get the details correct. However, one of those. And then yeah, I came up with this poem, and then I had recorded it in our chat, actually me singing it, and he really liked it. And then when we broke up, not like the official last breakup, but it was a very on and off relationship. But so one of the times when we broke up, I was so mad I deleted all the chats, and I was like, fuck. I also deleted those voice notes of me singing this thing. I'm gonna have to sing this thing again. I don't want to do that. And I did. I had to. Oh well. That was last year. This is this year. I swear I can like taste blood in my throat. Like I can feel. Like I overdid it. Oh my god. I don't like singing. Anyway. Imagine me just bleeding in my throat and only to sing wrong and not even sound good to you. Anyway, so I don't like to use a lot of rhyme. He likes rhyme, so I tried for that first stanza to use a bit of rhyme. But if you check out most of my writing, I don't rhyme. I like to actually use alliteration instead of rhyme. You're more likely to see more alliteration than rhyme. And sorry about that. Also, full stops. I use them if like within a line, I start a new sentence. like the third line, for example, in your life, full stop, and then I start another sentence. But if you look at the end of the line, and if like at the end of the line I'm also ending the sentence, there's no full stop. First line, you're my motion picture, no full stop. Fourth line, my Leo, no full stop. So that's just like another cool fun fact about my writing. Um oh, second line, one of being a feature. That is not me. Please don't think of me as someone who wants to be below and subordinate, or is it subordinate? Let me just say sub. Just beneath. It's not me. I want to be a partner with somebody. Like I'm great, man. There's no need for me to not be in the spotlight too. What you mean? Like, I also hate this phase of like guys being like, "Oh, help me build my mansion" or something. It's like, well, why? Why are we so focused on you? What about me? What about my mansion? So yeah, I'm not. Also, if you check out again my other poems, you're gonna see that I am very much so. My neck hurts. I'm very much so self-centered. Like centered around self. Yes, never been about a man. I'll never be about a man. Well, this poem is, but that's not the point. That's not the point. And you know what? Even though like I broke up with him, I'm still benefiting from the fact that I dated him, because there's so much material I have from dating him. So many things I've written, and now I'm sharing. Now I can share both the good and the bad. And yeah, hopefully I'll make millions one day from just having had a relationship with him. Riding in a Rio. It's another lie. He didn't have a car, but there was this one time where he fetched me from school, from college, and we went on a McD date that I paid for. But we're not there. We're not there. And like in the car, it was his dad's car, and it was white, and it was just so bright inside. Like there was so much light coming through the windows, and then the windows were down and just all that air, and it was just, oh my god, I love that feeling. I felt like a dog. When dogs have their head outside the window, but my head wasn't even outside the window, and I don't really have hair, and I just felt like everything was just flowing around, and woo, I loved it. It felt like yeah, I felt like an air sign in the air, like I feel good. Anyway, I feel his warmth. He was a kind man. He was a. I recently heard that they aren't good men. Also, I'm a feminist, but they aren't good men. There's men there's men that are good to you. Good. Hmm? Oh my god, are my English bundles running out? There are no good men. There's only a man that is good to you, or men who are good to you. You know. So he was a good man to me until he wasn't, of course. Hence the breakup, because he had to abandon me. But let me stop oversharing about myself. Let me stop. I be telling y'all way too much. Like sometimes I look back at my YouTube videos, I'm like, not a lot of views here. However, when they do get views, oh my god, can't wait to see the comments. But let's go far. What's funny? I don't dream of marriage, okay, but I did see him like long term partner type vibes. Uh, but he had to abandon me. I love the glass house. I made it the glass house in the sense that I was always showing off and bragging. You'd swear I was the Leo, and not the Libra, but I feel like Leo Libra, I feel like they both like the spotlight. I feel like we both like the attention. But yeah, he had like cancer placements, and at times he would retreat into his shell because you know, it was an on and off relationship. So yeah, nobody threw stones. I feel like we threw stones. I threw a lot at him. Not literally, like word stones. Yeah, it was messy relationship. And I like the beating just as new with every shattered piece because I I was so delusional, like you would think with all the pain we went through, every time we'd get back together, I'd be like, okay, girl, probably not gonna last forever. This is probably temporary. Looking at the past and the patterns, this is probably temporary. But I was just giving my all. Uh, I'll craft a bond for just me and you. I wish I did that. I guess at times, I don't know. There was another thing I saw about how a lot of people in relationships, like a lot of the ones who like are bragging and showing off, sometimes it's like they're trying to fill a hole in their heart, like they're trying to feel something, right? And it's not, all is not as it seems. And I guess it was the case. It was like, oh, this guy has abandoned me so many times, and this guy has, you know. However, the fact that I was just clinging on, man, and I was just trying to be like, hey, look, I got a man, and he's good and he's kind and he's never cheated. Like he has his flaws, as do I, but I think on my end, the reason at times I was just showing off so goddamn much is just because it wasn't like that. It wasn't fully, truly that great. But I wanted to make it seem like it was. Just a few times it was, but it wasn't. The long haul was not that great. And I think he would have appreciated that, the bond. Just me and him. Something cozy like that. Like I said, he had cancer placements. So, yeah, I think that's all that I wanted to share or to say about this poem. Um, I really like it. It feels honest. Sometimes you write something good, but it's like, it's just fancy. It's just like a fancy costume. It's like wearing heels or something, but it's not real, man. And this feels like I'm barefoot. you know. So, till next time, thank you for being here. And yeah.